this morning. I know there's a lot to do here, so we really appreciate that this was your first choice. Quick show of hands, how many people are brand new to pin trading? Woo. Awesome. That's awesome, and that's why we're here. This panel is primarily focused for you guys to start your new path to penny perfection. So hopefully we can provide you with lots of information. If there's anything else that's on your mind, at the end we'll take questions. And we will start it off with Maywest on the end.
So I'm Maywest, which is my forum name, and this is
Juicesir, son of Odin.
And what we want to talk to you in a short period of time this morning is about trading and buying pins at this PAX here today, this weekend.
So we want to start off by talking about the ABEs of pin trading. You know, ABCs are still last year. In terms of approaching a trade, you always want to be sure that the person you're with wants to trade. So first, always ask. Before looking, before touching, before trading, go up to the person, make sure that their lanyard is the one that they're trading with and not just show. Make sure that they're not just keeping it for, you know, keepsakes, and make sure that they're invested in the trade as well.
And be sure you're not looking at someone's chest.
Yeah. Let's be polite to the female folk in the audience, you know what I mean? Like, what, and that applies to touching as well. Don't just go for the chest. You gotta ask. If you want to see a pin up close, let them, oh God, I'm coming undone. If you want to see the pin, ask them to offer the lanyard instead of just grasping at it, because there's a lot of personal space issues in that instance, and so yeah, it's just the courteous thing to do.
So that's the B is be polite.
Mm-hmm.
And E is, of course, enjoy. This is all about having fun, meeting new people, trying new games. It's about fun, so like, don't get stressed about it, just enjoy it.
Yep. So, we're going to start off this whole session with where you're going to want to buy the pins. And the first set that we're going to talk about is the Prime Core 2015 and the Polygon Limited. You can get those both at the Merch Light, which is in the first floor Sheraton. Usually, people who are crazy line up at around 6:30 or 7. But if you get there at around, 7:30ish or 8ish, then you're most likely assured one of the 500 Polygon pins that will be on sale that morning. What's that?
We're sorry, we already lied to you. They're sold out for today, but there's 300 tomorrow and 300 Monday.
300 tomorrow, 300 Monday. There we go.
And you can buy 2 of the limited edition pins. You can't buy
Actually, 150.
Yep. So it's a lot less.
And then, of course, you can buy this side at the merch, at either of the 2 merch booths. So then, once you come to the floor, we're going to go from the floor from the north, which is over the Sky Bridge, and we'll head south, and then we'll head up to the 6th floor. So these are pins that you can buy. You can go to Double Fine, and they have the Double Fine and the Raz pins. They're pretty, I didn't have a line or anything. I don't know if anybody else had any problem with those.
No, that's pretty easy.
The next one is the Vault Boy and the Doom Revenant pins.
Which is pretty much the opposite in terms of getting
Originally, we were all very concerned about getting this pin. I just got good news this morning that I want to share with you all. They only brought 1,000 of each pin to the PAX, which is like nothing. They have 9,000 of them available online. So if you don't get it here, you can buy it online.
I got confirmation of that on the chat. They're saying that that's a false number, but I mean, I don't know.
All right, second line.
Well, I heard this from the people at the booth.
Okay.
They might be lying, but that's what they told me.
Yeah, it was the person running the booth told us directly, so reliable source. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll do some quick research while she's talking.
Yeah, and so getting the next one on the Sky Bridge is at the Think Geek booth. The Minecraft pin, very delightful. It's the diamond block, and it's about $15.
Yeah.
$15.
I think all these pins so far have been $15.
Yeah. The second set, which is the Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time pin, the one that's right by the behemoth booth, it's just behind it, and it's also another $15. It's 10. That was 10. Oh my god. I'm a little out of pain, guys.
No more alcohol before 8.
Totally sorry. Didn't mean to pregame the panel. That one's 10.
And then the last two on this slide, they are on the fourth floor on this side, this side of the Sky Bridge, and they are also $10, and you can just walk up and purchase them.
But wait, there's more. There's always more.
So you can go to the atrium, and if you've seen where the main merch booth is, from here you go further east, and there's a big booth. It's a Toonhouse booth, and that is where you will find the Bin It to Win It pin, and that one was $15.
Mm-hmm. And then if you go up to the 6th floor, the first one you're going to hit up is the We Love Find You, and they've got the Portal 2 pin set going at around $45.
Notice about the We Love Find You, if you charge it, they will charge you tax. If you pay with cash, they will not. So that will save you 9.5%.
Next two are...
Can I ask them there?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
want last year's pins? You can ask for them. They've got Fortress 2 and We Love Find You.
They have all of their previous pins, including the Adventure Time, Catbug.
And they also have 2 pins that are currently available online from Naughty Dog. They have them here for $15 a piece.
That would be the Daxter and the Chloe pin.
And I can tell you, based on their shipping prices, you would like to buy them this weekend.
They're on sale online and they still cost more.
Yep. So going around the corner, you're going to look for the Banner Saga pins set. Hmm? Banner Saga pins, they're making a comeback as a company recently.
I can't hide.
And next to that, right at the Runic booth, is the Spirit pin, or the Spirit pin.
So one thing I want to say about the versus Eagle pins, both of them are available for purchase from the booth. They're $15 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the one with the horns. I forget his name. You can get him by playing the game for free. I got on the line, it was really short, it was only 6 people. I was on the line for 45 minutes before I gave up. So it's a very long demo. If you want to try the game, please go ahead and try it. I'm all for that. If you just feel like you don't want to stand in line to wait for 6 people to go through the demo, I would still find with it. And the Spirit pin is also $10.
And even more pins to buy, we have the Return of the Chanko machines with the Behemoth booth. Now these are ones, in case some of you are unfamiliar with the process, you go up, you buy 1 coin for 10, or yes, 1 coin for $10. You put it in one of these machines that has the little plastic ball, and it will fall out after you turn the key. And so it's a random chance. You don't get to pick which pins you get, which makes a lot of the trading around there a little bit. Everybody's trying to get their own set, trying to find their favorites. So you can usually muster around and figure out who's wanting what.
It's kind of a lot of fun to get to meet people there because, I got the 2 unicorns, but I didn't get the one with the horn hat and who has the horn hat, and you get to meet people, talk to people, lots of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's also Bandland, which is on the 6th floor. When you get off the long escalator, if you go up, they're right up the top there. There's 3 independent people up there. There's Chris Straub, who's supposed to have the Star Slip Prime pin, but they did not arrive. He expects them to arrive on Tuesday, which is not much good for him or us.
Those will be sold online, that he has said.
And he says he will also bring in future PAXs. Next to him is Katie selling the Campiolancia skull pin for $15.
And for backers at the Kickstarter who are looking for the Dark Brine pin, if you talk with her and you show her your Kickstarting that you pledged that level, she will give you one of the Dark Brine pins right here.
They can look you up. Where are they at right now?
They're up in Bandland.
On the 6th floor.
Yep. So if you know where the main merch booth is, if you go up that escalator, you're right all at the top.
And the third one in Bandland is the Muffins pin from Load Ready Run, and that one costs $10, and they're wonderful people.
So then we have possibly the most difficult pins to get at this session. First is the Twitch booth Kappa pin. For those unfamiliar with the Kappa meme, it's something that's posted in the Twitch chats. It's used as a sort of trolling mechanism. Usually each morning the first 50 people in line are able to get that. And they will also be sending out their little Twitch goblins with bags of them to certain points. Yesterday one person was on the Sky Bridge and they were handing them out to people. So it's
And our experience when we found him was he was kind of like skulking around, trying to be not noticed. So, we went up to him and said, "Do you have the pin on you? What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, yeah." So, don't be afraid to talk to them because I guess they're afraid of getting mobbed, so they're kind of low-key about it.
Yeah, look for skulking Twitch members with large bags. Exactly, purple shirt.
So then the last two on this page are from the Wizards of the Coast, and they have the Rage of Demons pin, which is, if you went to Acquisitions like last night, you would have gotten it. Too late for that, but you can also get it by playing Dungeons and Dragons on the PC version, is it? Here? So that's something I'm actually looking forward to trying out. I hear it's a lot of fun to play. And then there's a Gideon pin, which is from Magic, and that is a prize on the tide wall. And to get that, you have to, they have a battle for Zendikar event today, which I understand is free. And you can earn it that way, or you can also enter one of they have these things where you can give them $40, you play some games, and you get points for whether you win or lose.
Their draft play.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not a huge Magic player, so I don't know all the right terms.
She's into pins too much. Can only collect so many things.
No, you can't.
Collect all the things.
Thank you.
The Magic is still more expensive than pinball.
Only slightly. These are the ones that are free. We say that quote unquote, but these are the ones that you play for. You stand in the long lines, you play demos and various things, and you get it. So each day, World of Warships is going to give out the first 1,000 of their pins to people who play at their booth.
You have to play World of Warships. I believe they have 2 other demos there, so you want to make sure you get on the Warships demo. It is fun. I did Aircraft Carrier. I died.
The next one is the Rock Band pin. A lot of fun. Again, wait in a line, play the game, get the pin. Very simple process, just a time sink in terms of getting to it.
And I believe they have 2 stages. You want to be on the big stage for that one.
After that one is the Riptor pin. This is part of the Killer Instinct grand family of pins. They've been doing this a lot for their game series. And for this one, you need to challenge one of the production team members and win?
No.
Yeah, not really.
I played them. It's at the Astro booth, so it's kind of like you wouldn't think that's where it would be because they're headsets, but it's at the Astro booth. And you just have to play them. I got cream. I still got a pin.
Yeah, they're nice about it, so don't worry about that.
And he helped me play better, so it was cool.
Who did you play?
Some guy that said, if you play me, I'll give you a pin.
I think he meant character.
Oh, I don't know that either.
The secret of it is you lose, you get it. If you win, you don't.
Yeah, fair.
The character I choose had May in the name, so that's why I chose her.
Okay. After sometimes. After that is the Rainbow Six pin. You need to participate in the siege. So that's the one that's right by the division area that they line up for. And then after that, you have to line up against the backdrop and take a picture and then share on social media. So it's a little bit of
If you don't share on social media, you don't get the pin.
Yep.
So remember your password, because if you can't get into you have to do it from their machine.
Either Facebook or Twitter.
If you're really that upset about putting it on social media, delete it afterwards. It's not that much big of a deal. So.
Set it so that only you can see it.
Yep.
Which that is an option I saw out there. I saw friends. I'm like, I don't care. But yeah, you can toggle it.
The next one is the Commander Bra pin, which is from the band booth. You play the demo to get it. That's a fun little demo. I really enjoyed it, and they can do a pin. And you have to register also, and then they give you a pin. It's a beautiful pin. It's got a nice black background instead of a lot of them have the blue background. They have a custom card, which is really pretty too.
then do you want to explain the Matiga?
Okay, the Matiga is kind of a time sink. You have to get 5 hero cards. Is that correct? 5 to get the pin. To get every time you play the game, you get a hero card. So you have to play the game 5 times to get the pin. I hear rumor that they might make it easier on Monday to get the pin because they aren't giving out a lot.
Yeah, there's not a lot of turnover with that.
They're going to have 600 pins in their inventory and need to get rid of them.
I believe they mentioned they were going to use a different method each day.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. So
I
yeah,
have
so
a friend who works in the media, and then that's what they told them. So
just so go to the booth and check it out and ask them. It's a fun game. I played it here last year and at South and at East as well as here again. It's fun. It's a long line because it's a fun game.
Yep.
And really quick, the Rainbow 6-pin is actually metallic silver. It's just the ceiling above that
Oh,
shot.
yeah.
It's very reflective.
It's so reflective, I couldn't get a good picture of it.
So the ceiling was orange.
It doubles as a mirror. If you want to like check yourself out.
Oh, geez. Yeah. And one thing we don't have a slide for, but I definitely want to mention it, is that tomorrow night there's a staff training event over in the Western Hotel on the 2nd floor at 7 p.m. And it's well worth going over if you want to get, all the staff members have a face pin, and so you can trade for their face pin. You can also trade with either staff or with people in line for any other pin that you see that you want, and it's always a lot of fun, and you can find some really good pins that way. It's like hard pin to find.
And just to share with you guys, for staff trading roles, it's different than personal trading roles. So when you're trading with staff, it's a one-to-one trade. And we actually cannot say no to a trade if it is trade stock.
So if you see someone with like a DLC pin, like the staff, and you say, I have
Castle Guy.
I have Castle Guy, which is like, and I say, okay, I'll trade it.
You have to take it, and that's the most beautiful part, is that's what keeps the community rolling. And you guys can say, hey, yesterday I think I took in 100 Castle Guys. I've started like a homeless shelter. But what matters is people walked away with pins they really wanted, and that's what we care about. So keep in mind, it's a 1-for-1, and you can trade with each of us twice a day.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's so fun.
The staff is all wonderful. So we're going to go on to the next, to collecting pins.
All right,
Sorry.
he and I are going to do this one. My name is Frostbyte.
And I'm TheAggroCraig. And we'll be talking about collecting pins. All right.
Very angry.
So we categorize ourselves as 3 different types of collectors in the community. We have the filthy casual who enjoy pins but only collect ones that appeal to them personally, which I see a lot of people do, like Kempers or a few other ones. Who considers themselves a casual in here? Lucky sons of
What do you guys do with all your money? I'm curious.
Buy magic cards.
This goes between $800 and $1,100 on eBay sometimes. So
The high point was 2,200.
highest was 2,200.
That was like the first one that sold, though, where we didn't really know.
Muy money.
Crazies. Yeah, what do I have here for an example? And then we have the new, really pain in the ass pin, which thanks to Merch Mistress, because she's the one who put them all in the boxes. Every once in a while, Penny Arcade will release what's called the double secret boxes. I don't know if anybody has one here, for example, but it literally is just a box with the merch on it with the blindfold, and it has 2 random pins in it. And this most recent batch, they decided to slip in one of 500 of these pins, and they didn't tell us. So I woke up one morning at like 6 in the morning Eastern time, and Havani had posted in our little chat group that he just started freaking out and had 5 of these pins. And we're all like, what the hell is this? So everybody panicked and ordered them all, and then sold it.
To give you an idea of a good trade for that, I paid my eye for it. It seemed appropriate.
But as of right now, there's only about 50 that we know that people have. But there will be 500 eventually, so we think they're just holding them back.
They were not all released in the last box pop. They will come out and release the next one.
So,
Pressure her! Hey, could you give us more info on that merch?
I can tell you that
that's a very interesting question.
during the holidays there will be another batch.
Ooh.
And I can tell you, how do I phrase this creatively? Inside of an NDA. I can tell you that between this moment right now and that moment, whenever that moment happens, there will be another opportunity for something quite collectible that is not DSP.
New limited edition release. Watch out.
Done. I'm out of here.
Mic drop.
Alright, so does anybody in here have this pin? Raise your hands. Did you all know about this pin when you got it, or were you like really surprised when you opened the box? Anybody?
I had no idea.
Alright.
Yeah, he's
So-
patient 0 back there. The Cookie Brigade guy.
The other 4 times you're like, oh yeah. What's so special about this one then?
Okay. Should we talk about the trade?
Do you want to see the rare variant one?
If anyone wants to trade for my fake one, I've got one on my lanyard. I just wrapped some cloth around it.
Alright, I'm going to turn it over to Frostbyte now.
Hello. All right, so why do we do this? There's a couple of reasons that I've outlined. It's a very social hobby. This is, honestly, I go to 3 of the 4 PAXs every year personally, and it's because of this hobby. And the community of awesome people that I've started hanging out with within the community. So that's my personal reason why I do it. The other thing is it's a fun addition to your PAX experience. I call it a scavenger hunt. You know, when you're you've played all the demos that you want to play, and you're just looking for other stuff to do, there's always pins to go hunting for. Even if you have them, you get duplicates for trading other pins. It's something you can fill your time with. And as a collector of many other things, I can tell you, switch to the next one, it has a very small footprint. You know, I collected a lot of action figures, and this was not my room, but I loved this picture I saw online. As opposed to my pin collection, which fits in a box in my, you know. So if you're looking for a small footprint collection, pin trading is the way to go. And so the next segment is, what do people do with their collections? I've taken some pictures of very popular ways to display your collections. Sorry?
Should I just go through them, or do you want to talk?
That's fine. So yeah, you'll see a lot of scarves and bags around the show. If you're gonna do that, I would highly recommend you purchase either the locking pin backs, because there's nothing more sad than finding that you lost one of your favorite pins.
And just to be, I've even lost pins with the locking backs, but you lose them less frequently.
I have pins stolen off my messenger bag in the airport on my way home.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're not.
It's sad.
You ripped it off your bag?
Yeah.
Wow.
Somebody lost a DLC one year at Prime, I think. Wasn't that true?
Yeah. It ended up spike up on the floor. Someone stood in it.
Yeah.
Straight. Yeah. So there's only 299 now.
Price is going up.
And even, the locking backs are more secure, but they're not 100% secure. But I personally have never lost a pin with a locking back. One of our Australian pen pals has this beautiful binder display for his, broken down by show. I thought that was cute. This is one of my favorite ways for people to display pens. You go to Michael's and you get some shadow boxes, and you can, you either buy show or just your favorite pens. It's just, I think it's a beautiful way to display your pen collection.
If you want any pointers on a collection and how to frame them, talk to that man with the camera over there.
Yeah, I think some of the most impressive frame displays I've seen are hanging on the wall of his house. Oh yeah. Hey, Q, why don't you show him your sleeve?
Yeah, show him your sleeve.
While you're holding
I'm the camera guy. You're not supposed to talk to the camera guy.
He got a DLC tattoo.
We are dedicated to you.
That brings us back to the 300 DLCs again.
Yeah.
All right, so for our last segment, we're going to turn it over to Picmin, and go ahead.
Hi, I'm Picmin.
I'm PedroAsani.
And we're doing community. So there are many different ways. Like, this community is so huge, as obviously you can see all of us around here, and just walking the show floor, you'll run into a lot of us. But a lot of ways we can stay in contact is the official Penny Arcade forums, actually. A lot of us post on there, and we talk about like what we're doing, kind of build up hype for the next PAX, talk about like what we're excited to see there, what pins we're excited to collect, and
we've got our own section, so we're not spilling out into other areas and contaminating them.
So we try to contaminate.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, those lucky souls.
And then we've also got our own trading site, which has been built by one of our members, pinnypals.com, and on it you can actually set up your own virtual lanyard so you can see what it is you've got, what you need, and anything you've got to trade. And people can actually go on there and make trades. It's got quite a good system on it, which the database on there, every pin released, is actually kept more up to date than the official Penny Arcade one.
That's true.
I'm sure they're working on it.
Just so you don't forget the web address, those of you who got a lanyard, it's on the lanyard.
Yeah. But yeah, the trades actually get logged, and you build up a reputation on it, so you can see that even if you might not know someone, if they've got a lot of green number, basically.
kind of like the whole eBay thing.
Yeah.
Like, you build up rev.
out eBay.
Yeah. No money involved.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think I've
you'll
seen
need- you
anyone
should be
with
alright.
with a negative yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's a super awesome community.
Yeah, and the other part of it is the podcast. We've got various rotating members as people are available and then drop out with other life commitments and fall asleep, that kind of thing. Because we try and record, but we also try and include Australia, and because they're on a radically different time zone, that's tricky. But yeah, we would try and release one a month, keep up to date with what's coming up, and also how the previous PAX went is typical. We've also got various messenger apps. WhatsApp was the one we were running on. We're in the process of moving over to Slack, but obviously...
I wouldn't say moving over. It's a
there are some-
simultaneous thing.
People have feelings.
it's
So-
important.
Yeah.
All right.
Right now, one or the other, and you'll be pretty much covered.
And before we move on, I also want to mention one thing we do not have in the slides. Is every PAX we go to, we always have a dinner beforehand that anyone is invited to. So if we go back to the forums, like, don't need to pull it up there, but on the forums we always post saying, hey, we're going to have a dinner at like 6 o'clock on Thursday. So if anyone's around, just post and come on by. Like, we just had one, we had like over 40 people there, and it's a great place to meet new people. That's how I actually got started meeting all the pin people, as we were in Boston, and we just went to one of the dinners, and we instantly had like 25 new best friends.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this is because you only ever come to PAX, and that's where you see people. And the rest of the time you're on the forums, so you get to know the handles, and you don't actually see the faces. And stuff like this really helps when you want to find people you've been trading with for a year.
So actually, there's about 45 of us who have messenger bags that have the Penny Pal trading symbol on it, and our forum names. So you know, if you see somebody with one of those bags, you know that they're on the forums, and that's the forum name.
Just tackle our ticket.
And as I said, we were an awesome community. We help out a lot with Child's Play. We try and give to that community. Like, we got a lot of members who are on the cookie break parade that we just had earlier, waving his hand. And
this guy here is actually the podcast production engineer. Recently he needed a new vehicle, so we've gone around collecting pins and donations and sending money over to him, and that's him with his new car. So yeah, we look after him because he actually makes us sound better.
God knows we need it.
Yeah.
He's looking for that accent though.
I do also want to mention, I'm sure that the people in the community don't want to talk about the third picture in here, but the reason it's up here is because we also help each other out at PAX is getting the pins that we need. If you say, hey, I can't get the gold Overwatch pin, I've been trying and trying, I just can't get there, there'll be somebody else in the community who will say, let me help you, we'll work together and we'll get it. Or I have an extra one, we'll work something out. And we really do help each other, both with just getting pins and outside of pins.
And so finally, we also want to thank all these people, because as you notice, most of you got a lanyard and a pin. All the pins and those were donated from vendors here.
All the vendors were very supportive. Every one of them listed here, as well as something from the Pinny community, have contributed to this handout we gave you today. And we also want to thank Penny Arcade for starting the Penny Arcade hobby, which we've enjoyed and helped us make a wonderful community.
All right.
Yeah.
And we got like 6 minutes time, but if anyone has any questions they want to ask, do it. You get a free pin if you ask a question. If you want to come up to the mic, first to the microphone. Just everyone. Oh, good God.
Shame pin. Shame pin.
Before we start, May, can you tell them about the pin trading location outside?
Oh, that's right. At the conclusion of our panel, we're going to have pin trading. If you leave the room, go where the elevators are, there's a bench there. In that area will be pin trading, but please make sure there is a good path open to get to from the elevators. But that we plan on meeting and doing pin trading after that. I know myself, I have a lanyard where I'm willing to trade any one of these pins for any other pin.
One-on-one trades, just like the stat for mine as well.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so it's just to the left as you exit the back door.
So lightning round for questions.
All right, after you.
Did Twitch donate any pins?
No.
There's children.
Is this? I'm sorry. Those assholes.
Is that your question? Or?
Was that your question?
Yes.
Next question.
What's your favorite pins?
Oh, next slide.
We were ready for this one.
So, my favorite pin is the pin that got me into trading in the first place, which is the Oz Chandra. I did like a Begoron sword style trading racket between people. I traded one person one pin, another person another pin, another person another pin in order to get the pins they all wanted so I could get one pin to get the Oz Chandra.
I would say my favorite pin is the gold Overwatch pin, because Overwatch is like currently my favorite game, and I do not know, like, I don't know if I have any of them with me to trade though, sadly.
Actually, I think you gave them all away at East.
I might have also given them away.
No, I've not got any either. Yeah, Gabby and Taiki, drawn by Moo. Excellent art. I love it.
I love Castle Guy because somebody has to.
And my forum icon is my favorite pin, which is the Leroy Jenkins. For two reasons, I love Hearthstone, and Mike Krahula drew the art for that pin, both in the card game and the pin. And the Hearthstone, because that's Hearthstone.
I was going to say he also works there, so I think that's one of the reasons you like it.
Yeah, the latest, it has a new one.
I'm the animal lover at the PAX East cat. PAX East, we went to that at our first East PAX, and I got the core set and started being trading, and I just love the Moonrise pin. So, next question.
What's the secret phrase for the Twitch
got one.
I think it puts it on the.
We didn't have to give him one, so I couldn't tell you.
I didn't either. I said, give me a pin, and he was like, here. I also threatened him. So.
What was that?
I'm right.
Before the next question, we're going to take a question over here.
I was just wanting to know, is there like a good place to go to figure out what the value, like which ones are more rare to get started, to give you a better idea?
Oh, yes.
The question was, how do we figure out value? And that is, we have an app for that. It's called pinmash.com. You go there, mash.info. Yep. And you go there, and it'll give you 2 pins, and you look at them, and you say which one you want to trade. And you put in your info about whether you're a casual, a enthusiast, a hardcore, and it'll help determine which. And then they also have a list of all of the ones that have been done and the data correlated and listed out from most worth to least worth in terms of the community standards.
And you'll notice the DLC on that does not have a rating because it's just always at the top. So it's not even in the equation. And we probably end up doing something like that at a point.
Pinmash. Pinmash. It's a website. It's at pinmash.info.
Yep, pinmash.info. Thank you.
Tris, get this man a pin. Oh.
You, sir.
How do you come up with the designs for the pins, and have people like given suggestions on how to do new pin designs and all that?
That's the Penny Arcade. We kind of talk to them and say, oh, we've actually got on the forums a whole thread about ones we want to see.
A pin storming thread.
Yeah. And Armageddon was on there way back when. We don't know whether it influenced them or not, but we'll take credit for it.
Yeah. we made that happen. You're welcome. Thank you. But they do all the designs themselves.
Hi, I was a few minutes late for the panel. I was wondering if I could still get one of the giveaways from this morning.
I only had so many lanyards and so many of the pins, and so we have some pins left over. That's why they're in the bag.
Yeah.
But
all right.
We have a question.
Yes, the other question is, do you think Nintendo will ever make it?
We all want it, but they do their own sort of pin type things. I know when the magazine was around, I can't think of the name right now, Nintendo Power, they would have special pins for that.
Nintendo did.
Yeah.
They do Pokemon pins as well.
So
they had some pins at one of the PAXs that were from Splatoon. So I think they just did their own.
Yeah.
Penny Arcade though.
No, I mean,
no. But we thought there'd have to be a Star Wars one.
The Star Wars gives us hope.
Yeah, it's one of the most requested within the community, and Robert Koo has even addressed this at panels before. He said that they would love to do it, but it's kind of the ball's in Nintendo's court. So hopefully someday.
Yep. What is the craziest way you've ever gotten a pin? Somebody want to tell theirs?
Oh, I think you got the best story.
I guess I got the best story. So I was on the floor at East one time. I saw a dude named Ken walking around with 7 lanyards, and he had a DLC on one of his lanyards. I jokingly said, Ken, how many arms and legs and eyes do I have to chop off in order to get that pin from you? I'm willing. And,
the answer was 1.
Like, oh, the couch pin? And I was like, yes, the couch pin. He was like, I will take Gavin for it. And so I ran over to Brian at the merch booth and was like, Brian, please tell me you have one of the staff face pins. And he got me a Gavin. I traded an MC Frontlock for it, and that's how I got my DLC.
I think you have the crazy.
Somebody once traded a banana for a pin, though.
Half a banana.
Half a banana. Half a banana. Only half. So
he was really hungry.
You guys mentioned how much the DLC had sold for on eBay, and I was just wondering if you guys have seen any trade recently, or if they've been traded on the site, and kind of what they go for in terms of pin wise.
As far as I traded a DLC for 4 line workers. It's in the last month that they've been selling for $800, $900 on eBay.
I'd say like every 2 or 3 months one pops up on eBay.
Yeah.
And it always goes for those shy of $1,000.
To be honest, I haven't heard of any other DLC trades recently.
It's kind of hard to
100 pins for a DLC also.
100 pins for DLC.
100 pins. There's a lot of different offers, full sets, otherwise, Kempers galore. You know, people are always trying to pitch and see, and we're always watching.
Yeah, at one pack somebody wanted what, 30 Kempers?
Yep. Yep. Oh wow.
Thank you.
No problem. Or if you have a Gavin in the right timing.
I was just wondering if any of you also do the Disney pin trading.
I used to.
I used to as well.
A lot of us are former addicts.
I needed to stop because I needed to do this one.
This one's better.
To be honest, I found this community much more wonderful, and I like the pins, but I really love the community, and I will trade pins just to be in the community.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharks that I've encountered in the Disney pin community because I live like 10 minutes from Disneyland, so it was easy for me. But I've switched to convention-based pin trading, so I have Star Wars pins from Celebration and the Comic-Con Marvel pins. I collect those as well.
Nice. Yep. Thank you.
Hi. I'm like the casual's filthiest casual. I played Puzzles and Dragons for a year and a half without putting $1 in. So as a filthy casual, I'm really interested in like the financial side of things. Like how much money does this generate for PA and like
all of it.
All of it. This is how PAX
The company is 100% funded by the pin. No, and that's again that's a question for them, and I don't think they'd even answer that question. Yeah, we're just enthusiasts.
That's Robert Koo. He will just laugh.
In terms of how much we put in personally,
oh.
It's not necessarily.
I don't want to say it.
I plead the fifth.
Like any sort of record, or you just burn the paper?
No. Yeah, we don't want to know. We just have too much fun doing it. Like I actually have enough pins right now that I could probably trade for everything at this PAX, but I end up buying some and buying more because it's fun to have to trade with other people, and I spend way too much money on it.
I just close my other eye and hand them the credit card. Yep.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Bring it down.
Just bring it all
There we
down.
go.
Bring it all.
How rare is this pin?
What is it?
Skull.
It's a skull fart. It's moderately rare.
It's 2 years old. 1,000 run.
Yeah, 1,000 run series. It was at one of the primes, right?
Yeah.
Prime 2013. So that's a good pin to hold on. That's one of Scott Kurtz's favorite pins. So
Yeah.
good at it. You got two.
Oh, there you go.
Good trading.
All right, we got trade fodder on the floor. Well done, man.
And now you've got 3.
I wanted to know how long you guys have been at this.
Since the beginning.
It started in 2013 at PAX East, so as I said, that was our first, my son Picmin and I, our first time to East, and we got sucked in at the beginning, so we've been doing it for like 3 years now.
Yeah, it was nice then because it was like, oh, there's 6 pins. It's easy to get.
2013 Prime was my first. A couple of us have gotten it later and such. We have a lot of new growth from South since that was a thing. So we have a lot of hardcore and enthusiast levels that just came in from that one.
Yeah, they're catching up really quickly.
Oh yeah, they're burning through it. No problem.
For those curious, there are currently current count is around